And so we have come to Holy Wednesday, and I'd like to offer you this short reflection. Very truly I tell you, one of you will betray me. Each year as we progress through Holy Week, I wonder if this betrayal wasn't the most painful aspect of the Passion for our Lord. More even perhaps than the nails which pierced his hands and his feet, or the spear which pierced his side. Perhaps also more than the fear he must surely have been feeling as he cried out in the Garden of Gethsemane. And I wonder if you agree with me that betrayal is a pain which is like no other. Isn't it deep and searing, crushing and disorientating? Doesn't it turn us upside down and inside out? Doesn't it take all that we've trusted most and turn it against us? And Judas, who betrayed Jesus, we must remember, was one of his closest friends, one of Jesus' most intimate confidants. Jesus had said to him, "Follow me," and Judas had followed. When things got rough and others had left, Judas was the one who stayed. In all the world, there were only a handful of people that I think Jesus truly trusted, and Judas was surely one of them. But nonetheless, it was him who betrayed Jesus. Not some nameless informant, not his traditional nemesis, the chief priest and the Pharisees. No, it wasn't them, the ones who we would have expected to betray him. Rather, it was his friend and his disciple. And the betrayal is perhaps not only the most painful, but the most overlooked part of the Passion. We are naturally drawn to and repulsed by the horror of the nails and the spear. And of course, we are somewhat removed from that sort of thing in our society. Hopefully and thankfully, we will never have to know that horror. But betrayal is one of our greatest fears, one of our deepest pains. So what does betrayal look like and sound like to us? Is it perhaps the sound of a treasured friend whispering against us across the restaurant table? Or that moment of revelation that the supportive hand on your back was actually holding a knife? Betrayal leaves scars that run more deeply and heal more slowly than any other wound. It robs us of trust. It makes us question our lovability, our worthiness, sometimes even our sanity. Jesus was betrayed by one of his own. And because of that, for us this Holy Week, there are at least two truths which we can be sure of. The first is that Jesus knows that pain of having been betrayed. And this means if you have been betrayed, if you know that pain, if you are haunted by those images and voices, you can know that you're not alone, that you share that pain with the one who bears all our pains. That of course doesn't make the pain go away, it doesn't even make it hurt less, but it does mean in the searing pain of betrayal that you won't ever be alone. And the second is this, that Jesus didn't stop loving. Betrayal makes us ultimately vulnerable, and so betrayal tempts us to close up, to not let anyone else in, to not give anyone else the opportunity to ever hurt us again. Jesus was betrayed with a kiss, and yet he responded with a kiss. He felt the pain, bore it all, and yet he continued to love. In fact, he loved all the way to death, even death on the cross. Today we too prepare for the end. We look towards the final meal, the washing of the feet, the loneliness of the garden, and then the final agony of the cross. Today, as we stand on the precipice of the great 3 days, let us hear this story and remember. Remember that Jesus was betrayed and stands with us, bearing the pain of all our betrayals, that he pleads with us to stand with him in all our vulnerability. That Jesus was betrayed, and it was not, in fact, the end. Actually, it was only the beginning. Amen.